When someone dies, goes bankrupt, goes out of business, or is convicted of a crime, frequently they have items that go to auction. Auctions are one of the most interesting places you can go to invest. In fact, they sort of blur the line between investing and business. If you look at the most successful private equity investors, a lot of times they are buying business assets or entire businesses at auction. On a smaller scale, you have real estate investors who flip houses. That's essentially, not always, but often they will buy houses out of auction or something similar, out of foreclosure, out of a short sale, or sometimes just straight out of a bankruptcy auction. They will then renovate that house and flip it. On a smaller scale, you will have people who will go to auctions and buy collectibles, not really do much to them. They'll just buy them for cheap and sell them for more. That's almost, you're getting into like a little bit of a wholesaling model, but they're all very similar type of activity. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to find auctions near you. And remember, there are multiple types. There are estate auctions, which are when someone dies. There are bankruptcy auctions, when someone goes bankrupt. And there are multiple types of bankruptcy with multiple types of auctions that can go on. There are liquidation auctions, which is when there is a company, most often a retailer, and they have excess inventory that they will then sell off at below the price that that inventory actually is. You also have retailers that go bankrupt. So if you've ever seen these fire sales where the sign on the store says everything must go, right? That's usually a bankruptcy auction. Or they're trying to liquidate things as fast as possible. It's not even held as an auction, it's just held as a fire sale. A lot of opportunities. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to find auctions near you. All right, so I am in West Palm Beach, and if I Google auctions near me, you can see that many things come up here, right? We have JJ Kane Auctioneers, K&M Auctions and Liquidators, Auction Liquidators Inc., Estate Auction Buyer, so that's someone who's buying auctions. There's a lot of auction buyers and auction houses. I'm just going to go to this first result here. So we have South Florida Estate Buyers Inc. Let's go to their website. So this is an auction house, essentially. Now, one thing to pay attention to is this is a hefty premium, right? You're going to pay an 18% buyer's premium. Plus, if you don't have a resale certification, so if you do this on a regular basis, I would say it's worth getting one. But if you're just doing this occasionally, it's probably not. But if not, you have an additional 7% Florida sales tax. So that's a 25%, overhead that you have to pay on anything you buy. So keep that in mind. But that said, you can still sometimes find things that are so underpriced that it makes it worth it. So let's take a look. If we go to upcoming auction gallery, let's see if there's anything upcoming. And it looks like, yeah, actually there's an auction tomorrow. So let's see, cash only. That's pretty typical. And here's some of the items that are going to be for sale. So it looks like we have a bunch of random old books, some kind of table, a huge wooden cabinet structure, a weird mirror, some weird statues, a golden boat. I mean, you can find some weird stuff at auctions, and it's sort of just interesting, for sake of interesting. But also, if you want to start investing in auctions, I would say pick a particular niche. Look around at the auctions, talk to people, but try to narrow in on a particular type of item. That could be collectible coins. I don't know what this kind of coin is, but collectible coins are something which have a relatively high value, or they can. And so if you learn to identify which coins are valuable, you'll then be able to go in and bid on them, and sometimes get them at steep discounts. So things like jewelry, collectible coins, any sort of collectibles. In fact, you can collect stamps, antiques, right? If you can learn antiques, that can be a very fantastic area, because that can be a bit hard to judge sometimes. I would say in South Florida, antique investing is going to be a little bit more difficult, because there are a lot of antique enthusiasts. But if you're in a more random town, like let's say you live somewhere in Kentucky, you're probably going to have an easier time actually getting deals on things like antiques. So yeah, other things we have here, everything from like this weird, old 5-cent candy dispenser. It's like, not sure if this is a real pistol or not, but that's an interesting antique. I have this cool globe. Let's see, what else do we have? Anything particularly interesting here? A lot of art. Art is definitely an interesting thing. If you are, an art aficionado, if you love art, you can definitely try learning the art space and seeing if you can do some flipping from auctions of art. What else do we have here? Furniture. I mean, you can do this in general with furniture, right? I mean, see this table, right? It's a great table. This table in South Florida would probably sell for at least, you know, definitely anywhere from $100 to $1,000, depending on what exactly this is made out of and how big this is, etc. So let's say you could get this for $50. You pay that 25% premium. You still make a profit if you can sell it for 200. You know, if you can sell it for 500, even better. So that's an area to look into as well. Flipping furniture. Definitely worth doing your homework on that. The first time I tried to flip furniture, I attempted to do it with some reupholstering. So I bought chairs, reupholstered them, and then tried to sell them. And I ended up selling them for less than I bought them for. So it's definitely not a risk-free adventure. But if you spend the time to learn it, there can definitely be some opportunities. I don't know what this is. Is this an ice machine? I don't even know. I have no idea what this is. If you know what this is, let me know in a comment. I'll see you guys next time.